Welcome back to Neural Intel, ready to level up our GameFi knowledge. Today we're diving into AI agents on the blockchain.
Yeah, we're talking way more than just like smarter enemies. Imagine AI running entire in-game economies. They react to players' choices and everything. Creates a totally dynamic experience.
Whoa, okay, I'm already picturing like some crazy AI stock market
Uh-huh.
in my favorite MMO.
Uh-huh.
But let's back up a sec. Why do we even need AI in GameFi? Aren't blockchain games already doing your own thing?
Well, a lot of GameFi platforms right now, they are innovative, but they can feel kind of static. Like you run into predictable challenges. And the economies, even when they're built on DeFi, they just lack the dynamism of like real-world markets. This project's trying to change that.
So less grinding, more surprises, and a market that actually keeps you on your toes. Sounds intense. How are they actually making these AI agents work inside a blockchain game?
So it all starts with this really clever three-layered architecture. At the bottom, you've got the Ethereum blockchain. And that's where this GameAsset.sol smart contract comes in. It manages all the cool stuff, digital swords, skins, virtual land, anything you can actually own in the game.
So Ethereum makes sure everything's secure and transparent, and this smart contract, it's like a digital vault for tracking who owns what.
Exactly. Now, bridging the blockchain and the actual game, that's the backend layer, built with express.js. Think of it like a translator, making sure the game's actions get recorded right on the blockchain. And it uses Alchemy's API for speedy communication, like having super fast internet just for your game.
Gotcha. So Alchemy keeps things running smoothly behind the scenes. Then there's what the player actually sees.
Yep, the front end. It's built with React.js. That's where you'd connect your MetaMask wallet, which is becoming pretty standard for crypto games these days to interact with the game and manage all your digital treasures.
MetaMask your passport to the blockchain world. So we've got the blockchain as the foundation, the communication bridge, and the player's interface. But where do the AI agents fit into all of this?
That's the really cool part. While this project focused on building that core GameFi system, the AI functionalities are integrated using external APIs, like plugging in a separate AI brain to power those dynamic game elements.
Oh, so they built this super secure blockchain gaming platform and then left a slot open for developers to like plug in their AI magic.
Exactly. And to show what's possible, they used a repository called Embodied AI Agent for GameFi Ecosystem. It has all these different AI agents trained on advanced machine learning models.
So developers wouldn't need to start from scratch. They can grab these pre-trained AI agents and just unleash them into this new gaming ecosystem.
That's exactly what makes this so exciting. It's making it way easier to create dynamic and intelligent game experiences.
Now that we got the lay of the land, let's zoom in on that GameAsset.sol smart contract. What makes it so special for managing in-game assets?
It's all about security and transparency. Like imagine you find some rare item in the game. Thanks to the smart contract, its creation, attributes, and ownership are permanently recorded on the blockchain.
So it's like a digital certificate of authenticity. Proves you own it and makes sure no one can just duplicate it or steal it.
Exactly. And it's not just about stopping fraud. This verifiable ownership opens up some really cool possibilities for in-game economies. Think limited edition digital collectibles that actually gain value over time, kind of like physical collectibles do in the real world.
Wow. So digital scarcity is a real thing now. No more endless dupes flooding the market and making rare finds worthless. That changes everything.
And it's more than just owning items. When you want to trade or sell something, the smart contract makes sure there's a secure transfer of ownership, all recorded transparently on the blockchain. No more shady deals or worries about getting scammed.
So every transaction's out in the open, building trust and making the market more fair. But how does it actually work? Like, what happens if I want to trade this awesome sword I found?
The smart contract has a function just for that, called asset transfer. It verifies that you're actually the owner, then securely transfers ownership to the other player, all recorded on the blockchain.
So it's like a super secure digital courier, making sure your virtual sword gets to its new owner safely and without any funny business.
Exactly. And because every transaction's on the blockchain, you can always trace the history of an item, see who owned it before and how its value might have changed over time.
Right. And, you know, because everything's recorded, you can track its whole history.
Yes.
See who owned it before and how the value maybe went up or down over time.
That's super cool for collectors, like having a digital artifact's whole story. But let's get back to AI for a minute. How would these agents actually make the gameplay more dynamic?
So think about those boring fetch quests in like a normal game. With these AI agents, those could become dynamic challenges. They like adapt to how you play and the choices you make.
Oh, okay.
The AI could even create totally new quests based on what you do in the game,
Yeah.
making every playthrough totally unique.
No more cookie cutter quests. The world actually responds to you. Throws you curveballs?
Yeah.
That's amazing. And imagine fighting AI opponents that learn how you fight. Each encounter becomes like a puzzle you have to solve. You're constantly adapting your strategies.
That would definitely keep things interesting. No more just memorizing attack patterns. You'd have to really think on your feet.
And even outside of quests and combat, these AI agents could totally revolutionize in-game economies.
Okay, how so?
Imagine an AI marketplace that changes prices based on supply and demand, but also like how players are behaving and even real-world events.
Now that's a market I'd be kind of scared to play in. But it would be exciting for sure. So it's like an AI economist is back there constantly tweaking things, trying to keep the market balanced and dynamic.
Exactly. And that level of sophistication could create some really emergent gameplay, where what players do has ripple effects throughout the whole game world.
Whoa.
It doesn't just affect their own experience, but everyone else's too.
Like the butterfly effect, but in a virtual world. One little trade could change everything, like shift the power or even create whole new opportunities for players. That's crazy.
And remember, this project we're talking about, it's just a prototype. It shows what's possible. Imagine a future where these core components, the secure assets, dynamic AI agents, and responsive economies, are all taken to the next level.
Okay, I'm ready to jump into that future.
Yeah.
What kind of next level stuff are we talking about?
Well, for one thing, the system could be scaled up big time. It worked great under moderate load during testing, but to handle hundreds or even thousands of users at once would take a lot more optimization.
That's a big technical hurdle for sure.
Yeah.
But they'd have to figure it out if these games are going to become mainstream.
Absolutely. And to make it more accessible, future development could focus on integrating what are called layer 2 solutions, like optimistic rollups.
Okay.
Those can make transaction fees way lower, so it's cheaper for players to get involved, especially for small transactions.
So less friction, lower costs. It's huge for
Wow.
getting everyone on board.
Yeah.
What about security? They already talked about how important it is in this project, but are there other things they could do to make it even more secure?
For sure. One thing to explore is multi-signature approvals, where multiple people have to sign off on any sensitive transactions.
Yes.
That'd add an extra layer of protection against bad actors.
So like a vault with multiple locks makes it way harder for hackers to steal those precious virtual assets. Security is just one piece of the puzzle, though. What about the user experience? How could they improve that?
Well, right now, the front end is pretty simple. It focuses on getting things done. But imagine a future where it's all seamlessly integrated into VR environments. You get this totally immersive experience.
Okay, now we're talking. Strapping on a headset and walking through a marketplace, checking out digital swords up close, haggling with AI merchants. That's incredible. But wouldn't that take like a huge jump in technology?
It's not easy, that's for sure. But the pieces are already there. With VR and AR technology getting better all the time, plus AI and blockchain, it's really just a matter of time before these immersive experiences become normal.
So this project isn't just about building a better blockchain game. It's about setting the stage for a whole new way to experience virtual worlds. Pretty ambitious.
It is. And it means changing how we think about games, not just developers, but players too. We have to move beyond seeing games as static, predefined things and embrace the idea that the game world can evolve based on our choices and how we interact with the AI.
That's a big ask. But I think the payoff would be huge. Who wouldn't want to play in a game that feels truly alive and unpredictable?
Exactly. And that's what makes this whole field so exciting. We're just at the beginning of what AI and blockchain can do for games.
Sounds like we're on the verge of like a whole gaming renaissance, powered by AI and blockchain. But before we conquer the metaverse, what did the researchers who built this prototype actually say were the key takeaways from their work?
Well, one of the biggest takeaways was how important a solid foundation is, like building on Ethereum and using a well-designed smart contract that let them create a system where owning assets is clear and transparent, and you can't mess with it.
So players can rest easy knowing their digital loot is safe.
Exactly. And they also talked about how important performance and scalability are. By using Alchemy's API and making their code really efficient, they were able to keep those transaction fees low and make sure everything runs smoothly, even with lots of players interacting at the same time.
So it's like they built a high-performance engine for this virtual world.
Yeah, a great analogy. And besides all the technical stuff, they also highlighted how important a user-friendly interface is. Integrating MetaMask, which a lot of people in the crypto space already use, makes it easy for players to manage their assets and interact with the blockchain parts of the game.
Makes sense. lowering the barrier to entry and making the whole experience more accessible. Seems like they really thought about both the techie stuff and the player experience.
They did, and that's why they see this as just a first step. It's not meant to be the ultimate AI-powered GameFi solution, more like a proof of concept, a foundation for others to build on.
So they've made a blueprint that others can follow, a set of tools and best practices for creating these next-gen games.
Exactly. And they even gave a roadmap for future development, like what challenges still need to be addressed. Stuff like scaling the system for huge numbers of players, using even more sophisticated AI agents, and exploring new economic models.
It's like they're challenging other developers to pick up where they left off and push the boundaries even further.
Yeah. They believe that with everyone working together and sharing knowledge, we can unlock the real potential of AI and blockchain in games. We can create experiences that are way more immersive and engaging and have more vibrant economies than anything we've seen before.
It's a really exciting vision for the future of gaming, and it all starts with projects like this one, laying the foundation and inspiring others to dream big.
Absolutely. And for anyone listening who wants to really dig into the technical side of things, check out the link in the show notes. It'll take you to the researchers' GitHub repository where they've shared all their code.
It's a gold mine of information for anyone who's interested in making their own AI-powered games, or even just curious about how it all works. And that wraps up our deep dive into the world of AI agents in GameFi. It's obvious that we're just at the beginning of this journey, and the possibilities are just endless.
Couldn't agree more. We encourage everyone to keep exploring, keep learning, and see what's possible with AI and blockchain.
And if you want to stay up to date on the latest breakthroughs, be sure to check out the link in bio to catch up on this and more of the latest AI and ML research papers. Until next time, keep those neural networks firing.